Well, I'm proud to be a Hoosier today for two very good reasons. The first one and the main one is that starting this football season, Indiana University, which was where I went to law school, had the proud honor of being the owner of the football team with the worst one-loss record in the history of college football. So, anytime your school is outstanding in something, it always makes you feel proud. So, I was proud of this punch of Indiana horrific football record, which then proceeded to destroy all the good, bad work that had gone on in the past by defeating Ohio State. And incidentally, as you all know, I went to Michigan as well as Indiana. So both of my schools have reason to just detest Ohio. Frankly, any decent human being in this country should detest the Ohio State football team. So Indiana, I don't know how the hell they did it. They won the Big Ten championship. They're now number one in the country. And they're going to be playing for the national championship. Unfortunately, I think I'm going to miss the first game because, like an idiot, I bought tickets to go see University of Michigan play Texas. And at least I'll be able to see, Peyton Manning's nephew play. But if you've been following what's going on with Michigan's coach, former coach, who frankly I didn't think he was that good of a coach. He's history. He's sitting in a jail up in Washtenaw County. So, so forget Michigan for now, but I can't forget about him because I'm going to the game. But Indiana, number one in football in the country. It still, those two concepts don't go together. Indiana University and number one football team. It's hard to mesh those two, but it's pretty exciting. And then the other matter, which is relatively insignificant, is the amazing ability of the Indiana Republican Senate to stand up to Donald Trump in the MAGA universe, to stand up to the bully in chief and say, no, we're not going to redistrict just so you can pick up a couple of congressional seats because we have principles in this state. And the big mistake that Trump made was they tried to bully these people by threatening them, by name calling them. These are Republican senators, and many have been senators for a long time in a ruby red state. But I grew up in Indiana. And the Republicans in Indiana, with exceptions like this idiot governor they have, but they like Mike Pence. Mike Pence, and with whom I never much agreed, but he showed he had a backbone of steel. And he didn't even go to Indiana University in Bloomington. He went to Indianapolis Law School, where my dad started out law school. Then he got pulled into World War II. After he finished his stint as lead bombardier navigator over Sicily, he went back to the real law school in Bloomington. He got his degree. So Mike Pence, and also, Dan Quayle also got his law degree from that same school, and they're both vice presidents. Pretty amazing, huh? Anyway, Indiana Republicans are, they say Indiana nice, which is almost a contradiction to the term Republican when we see how unnice the Republican Party is whenever it comes to helping out the little guy and stomping all over them, in the meantime slashing taxes whenever they can for the biggest, wealthiest people, and now this absolute nonsense in Venezuela. And when they're all cheering that on, and you get Kristi Noem out there who spends her weekends out at the hunting reserve for small puppies, where she is the number one. He has a big trophy with a dead puppy on it. So that's the kind of group with whom we're playing here. And if you don't, and I'm kidding, but not so much. They are an insensitive group, and but there's a independent strain in Indiana. Remember that Abraham Lincoln lived in Indiana, and he he was stood up to the slave owners and the concept of slave ownership, including the views of his father. Uh, and so there's that streak in Indiana, an independent streak, and frankly a streak of decency. So I was really proud of those people, and of course a lot of them took great offense to Trump trying to bully them around, and they doubled down. Even with those on the fence, said, they're going to treat what we consider a matter of integrity. They treat it as a political football and a matter of we're either with you or we're no damn good. I said, the hell with you. We are not going along with you, Mr. Trump. We're saying no. Now get out of here. So I was very proud of both of those people. I'm proud of my football team. Yeah, unfortunately, we have a terrible fight song, but we'll get around to changing that too. So go Indiana. Proud to be a Hoosier. Yes, I am. Proud to be from the Midwest. Yes, I am. I grew up in Michigan, Illinois. My first job, I was stationed at Wright-Patterson in Ohio. Spent a lot of time in the Midwest, and frankly, I like the Midwest and I like the people. So long, Mr. Trump. Quit trying to bully Hoosiers.